So moving on to the next question, this from Mr. Dideolu Adekogbe is asking that what strategies can private schools adopt in the post-COVID-19 era?
One of the things that school owners should concentrate on by the time we are done with this is, looking at their finance, planning the finance. How do we have to learn from what we have done before and then know what is appropriate at this time. So we need to learn from what we have done before. We need to plan our finance. We also need to look into further collaboration and partnership. At times, merging may even have to come in because the guidelines for the reopening of school may be something that will be a little tough, on schools in terms of the physical distancing, the sitting arrangement in class. Some of our classrooms are quite small. Those that will probably have been managing to put like 10, 12 students, 2 in 1 locker, a bench and a seat that 2 children have to sit. It will no longer be that. So you also need to begin to, because you know the facility that you have, so you have to begin to look and think ahead. And then look at schools in your community. Look at schools in your association that have space. So you may need to do some partnering by looking at, well, this facility I have can't do with maybe my preschool, or can do with my lower primary, can do with my upper primary, or my junior secondary, or my senior secondary. You need to know where, and then go into discussion with such a school, because facilities in that area we need to. We also need to look at materials to use for the disinfectant or disinfecting the school. There are some that may be quite expensive. So associations, even at this time, or group of schools in the same locality can come together and buy, and then they put up a structure of how to use, this material, because post-COVID, so many things will happen. The curriculum will also be affected. Our subject, the load of subject of 1720 that we used to do, we also need to do a review for us to be able to do, serious work. We also need to look into the playground. The children may not even be able to. How many of our schools even have playground? And if there is, how would the children be able to? All the co-curricular activities also we have to, be restructured. School bus, these are serious matters. A school bus that probably carries like 20, 30 children may not be able to carry more than 10, if 10 we even do. The assembly. Conducting assembly, we also have to be a serious one. And then we may also need to look into staggering resumption time. We may also need to stagger it, maybe some resume by 8, so that you reduce the traffic, at the entrance. And see then the toilets, all of this is we need to look into. So as school owners need to see what they can do. And then also there is also collaborating in terms of content development. Association should come together, group of schools in the same locality. Look at your teachers, get these resources together. I heard the Minister of Education state talking about master teacher in one of the webinars. We could, in that community, in the association, do what is called master teacher, where the subject teachers, come together, one subject, English, math, they form themselves in group, and they can do content, and then this will help, the whole lot of the school. Also, it is also important that school, as we move on, may need to get insurance. Insurance is key. I don't know, no matter how small it is, there will be need for insurance so that we can reduce the rate of risk. It can help us to manage risk. So we need to work into a lot of things that we do so that we can get our bearings right. we need to look into that, keep records, then look at even, you know, reinvesting in other areas, investing in other areas. But before you can start doing that, you need to look at what you are offering. You need to look at what you are doing. I think it's important for you to begin to think outside the box and look at what you do.
The situation we find ourselves is not the end of life. In fact, it has just begun.
I think we'll be able to also surmount the challenges that we have for now.